everybody, Jeff Siegel here with your Levels log. I've been walking you through my experience using the Levels app and the Levels continuous blood glucose monitor, just trying to share with you some of the things that I've discovered using this device, measuring my blood sugar. What have I learned? And so today I want to talk about stress, right? And particularly distress at the emotional level and how that impacts your body's ability to regulate your blood sugar. So Monday I had a particularly stressful day that involved things that were happening at work, things that were happening personally, things that were happening in relationships, right? And let's just say that the emotional heat got cranked up a notch, all right? Emotions were flying, all right? Voices and yelling and arguing, and it was just like, it was a whole lot of stuff going on, right? And what was interesting was how all of this impacted my body's ability to regulate normal blood sugar. Now, not surprisingly, right, if you get in an argument or you get in some sort of heated emotional reaction, your body launches into a bit of a fight or flight response, right? Because it perceives this emotional exchange as a threat. And so what does it do? It starts cranking out stress hormones. And most of these hormones are responsible for increasing your blood sugar because they want to help, all right, prepare your body for that fight or flight response. And so when you are stressed out, you're going to typically see an increase in blood sugar. But what happened was after I ate a meal and my blood sugar went up, it didn't come back down, right? There was an elevation of my blood sugar that stayed prolonged throughout the day. And this was kind of interesting for me to notice how that stressful event that happened earlier in the day had metabolic effects that lasted for hours and hours during the day, because I think my body was still a bit in this activated threat response. There was still that stress lingering in my system, changing the way my body was able to pull my blood sugar back down. Now, I don't know exactly whether there was some insulin resistance developing or whether it was just elevated levels of cortisol and adrenaline and things surging through my system that kept my blood sugar high. But I can tell you that that was a day where I didn't see the normal sort of fluctuations and return to baseline that I had seen in previous days when it come to after eating a meal. So what can you do with this information, right? Because you already know, yeah, we all know like stress is bad and having a big emotional blow up is not fun, nor is it good for your health. What's interesting to see is how that impacts your blood sugar, because even during the day, if you are experiencing just low levels amounts of stress, right? This sort of chronic daily low level distress at the physical level is preventing your body from actually maintaining optimal blood sugar levels. And if your blood sugar levels are always high, as we talked about, that can lead to a whole cascade of other problems, right? Of which is, weight gain, metabolic dysfunction, and other damage to your cells, right? So if you are having a difficult time with your body, and especially if you've been on a journey for a long time to try to, shed some pounds, like stress is one of the number one culprits that prevent people from losing weight or maintaining even a normal healthy weight, just because it often puts our body in a state that then wants to store extra calories and hold on to extra fat. And so without sort of demonizing, making fat wrong, or it's just interesting to know at the physiological level what's going on when you're stressed and how that predisposes your body to be in a state of storage. And if there's one thing that you can do about it, it's learning how to better cope and regulate those stress levels at the physical level, teaching your body to relax and calm down. And I talk about this a little bit in the video that I shot, describing, like power down routine at night, some different ways that you can complete that stress cycle, give your body that opportunity to release and return to a state of calm, so that way you can maintain optimal functioning, all right, of all of these other systems that are going on inside of you. So interesting observation here about stress and blood sugar regulation. Until next time, this is Jeff Siegel, so just breathe, smile, and just let that stress move through you and return it to the earth.